Aloha! The Holo Holo Bookmobile supports the lifelong learning needs of the Maui community by providing equal access to library materials and services. Based out of Wailuku Public Library, we nurture a lifelong love of reading and learning and serve as an extension of the Hawaii State Public Library System. Established in 1929, the Wailuku Public Library has been home to various bookmobiles over the years. The Hawaii State Public Library System has supported a traveling public library branch for Maui since 1935. 6 different makes and models have served thousands of children, teachers, schools, and neighborhoods. In 2016, the Maui Friends of the Library gifted the Hawaii State Public Library System our brand new Holo Holo Bookmobile. With our driver Michael Tinker and myself, bookmobile librarian Jessica Gleason, we hit the road. Since 2016, the Holo Holo Bookmobile has traveled throughout the island of Maui to bring library materials and library services, including story time, reader's advisory, and reference help to senior and low-income housing, preschools, elementary schools, community centers, and the Correctional Center. The bookmobile, with its rhythmical Hawaiian name, Holo Holo, meaning to explore, was chosen to capture all of the wonderful adventures reading and learning can bring. So let's go holo holo. Enjoy the ride. COVID pandemic began, bookmobile services stopped abruptly, and we were forced to pivot. While it was a traumatic time for everyone, it was also a time for experimenting with new ideas and thinking about how our services could be more sustainable and targeted. While we remained closed to visitors on the bookmobile, we delivered books to our seniors and more recently offered outdoor browsing. One of our most beloved patrons is Esther. She's 103 years old and a delight to talk to. She likes advanced astronomy books and calls books manna from heaven. And Opal is next to her. Opal helps us deliver books to another resident at the senior housing complex. It is a joy to serve our seniors. We put together book bags filled with new scholastic books funded by the Maui Friends of the Library, and collaborated with the Lahaina Public Library to create family read and learn bags presented by the Hawaii State Public Library System and Maui Friends of the Library, filled with scholastic books, scholastic teachables, and materials for families at home. For our preschools, we began a book bin delivery service. Teachers were able to request books that aligned with their curriculum, and our driver, Michael Tinker, delivered the bins on a 3-week cycle. Teachers were really happy to be able to request books that they needed during this time. One creative teacher created pretend bookmobile centers to simulate what it would be like to visit the bookmobile and borrow books. I also transitioned to Zoom Storytime, which was unexpectedly fun and engaging for myself and for the preschoolers. In celebration of Summer Reading Program, we signed up families for incentives and prize drawings, and experimented with outdoor browsing at a summer school. Mahalo, thank you for joining me on this journey. It is a privilege to serve the Maui community at their point of need. Safe travels. Ahui ho until we meet again.